I'm going to welcome myself to the podcast. You always give me a warm welcome. It's my turn to welcome myself.
All right.
I am Jason, the all-knowing Stevens, even though it doesn't say on there. This is Taylor, the brains, the technical expert, the breakdown analyst. And you are the guest. So welcome me to the podcast.
Sorry, you were pumping me up a little bit. I had to calm down.
Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad. Not in the usual spot today. Obviously, I had to make a few minor changes to the environment. You know, it's a little bit of a vacation, if you will. Thought I'd take the old lady and treat her to a little Maui. You know, just to change it up for a bit, get her out of town, let her put on some flop-flops, get out there, put her sand in put her toes in the sand, her sand in the toes.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in Maui. The weather's great. The water's clear. The drinks are beautiful.
Dude, I can tell you're in Maui, too, because that is a nice door you got behind you there, dude. That's a nice door.
A little Airbnb action.
I can tell. I can see it. Yep. It's a nice little spot you got there, pal.
Yeah, hey, thanks, man. Right on the beach, too. Right on the beach. It's a nude beach, or I'd show you the outside through the window.
It's probably best. Yeah, we don't want to get demonetized by old YouTube.
It's a nude beach.
What?
If you're not sexy, you can't stay here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I need to make my way down to Maui then.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Hey, why don't you run us through a little about the weekend?
This weekend? This past weekend?
Yeah.
Guys, it officially went down. We've been talking about it's going to go down for like the past month now. It did. It went down. All the way down, came back up for a second, went right back down. And you know what happened? Badass fights happened. You know what else happened? The Odd Boys got ourselves a little trophy.
A little trophy action.
Courtesy of Mr. Jason All-Knowing Stevens here. He acquired it for us.
Sure did.
So I just wanted to, wear it, feel powerful a little bit, like our boys.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit like Thanos.
Yeah. But, I'll be honest. I felt like ass that day, dude. I woke up. I was all messed up, dude. Sick as hell, swimmy, sniffly, coffee. All that good stuff. As soon as I smelled what Conflict was cooking, I forgot. I was sick, dude. I enjoyed the shit out of that thing, man.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, dude. Had a blast. I had some medicine. I had some medicine. That probably helped a little bit. But also, the chefs over there at Conflict, bro. Cooking.
It was straight cooking, bud.
Like that.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Hey, not only did we dip our toes in the water there, bud, we dove all the way in.
We dove all the way in.
Yeah. I feel like the last time we did this, we didn't exactly know what we were doing. It's our first event. I've got to say, our adaptability and our resilience, our ability to overcome what other people would consider to be challenges is just extraordinary. I mean, there was almost no challenge. There was almost no challenge involved. It was fun. It was exciting. It was work, but it was so fulfilling. I don't know where to start first with this. I guess I'll start at the beginning and say that we don't want to spill all the beans because we're going to make a video and release it. But I will say that I think I learned a lot about us as a team this go around, because the first time I feel like we had to learn a lot about ourselves individually. It was almost a individual journey for both of us, and we were just together next to each other on it, symmetrical. This felt more like a team effort between the guys at Conflict, helping us out with a spot, with certain technicalities as far as where to go, and allowing us in the cage in between fights. That's huge. Giving us a spot beside the perch. Huge.
Huge.
For those of you that don't know, the perch is a spot for the cameraman on the side of the cage. And I was this close. That's how close I was to the action.
I can
Literally. Sweat on me at one point in time. This guy was gurgling on blood and spit like that far away from me. And I could hear it. And it was shocking.
I believe it.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much. But boy, good God, was that awesome. And I can't wait to do more. We learned a lot about ourselves, and I'm proud of us. You know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of the fighters. I'm proud of Conflict. I'm proud of Jared. I'm proud of Sam. I'm proud of all the cameramen, the refs. It was an awesome event. I'm glad that we were able to be just a small slice of it, you know. But dude, it didn't feel like we were a small slice, did it?
Dude, it did not. I mean, it just took one Conflict event for us to go to the second one, and every fighter already knew who we were there, dude.
Even people we never even knew or met.
I know. We were walking up trying to introduce ourselves, and they're like, I know who you are, bro. I watched this interview. I was like, what? That was sick, bro. I really enjoyed that. That was
Dude, and
rewarding.
several people in the crowd too. Several people in the crowd were like, "Dude, you're the odd pod, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah. You see
Yeah,
that?
for sure.
See that right there?
Yeah, that's us. That's us." Should we get into the nitty gritty?
I think we got to make some honorable mentions, man. I know we don't want to ruin too much, but there's some mentions to be honored here.
Yeah.
Three in particular that I believe Conflict themselves already mentioned.
Yeah. Lay it on us.
All right. I'm gonna start it early on the card. Okay. Early on the card. We had a little, I don't remember exactly what bout it was, but it was somewhere between, 5 or 6. Mr. Chris Addison took on Mr. Lucas Kirkvelia.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Addison made the boy quit.
Yeah, he did.
With the
body shots. Body shots.
Yeah.
Dude, let it with a hook. The guy, he shelled up. Grimaced. Started backing away. And, Mr. Chris saw it. And like a jaguar, bud, just zoomed in for the kill. 2 more body kicks. I mean, straight to the bread basket. Take a dirt nap, bud. Hey, you know what, though? That guy, his opponent, I want to see him back in there. I don't want to shit on him that bad. That guy, he had really good fundamentals, and he was fighting a killer. I hope that guy doesn't take this too bad. Look, man, just go toughen that core up, bud. That core up. Get right back into training. Get right back in there. That was not a great performance by any stretch of the imagination, but the dude had good fundamentals. He seemed like a stout fella. I hope that doesn't discourage him. As far as Mr. Chris goes, good on you, bud. Good on you. That is the Oddass Podcast inaugural, first ever Performance of the Night Award.
That's right. And just to be clear, I just want to set the record straight. We don't ever want to shit on any fighters. That is not what we're doing here. We're not picking a favorite. We're not saying yay to the winner, boo to the loser. We're not doing that, guys. That is not what we're here to do. We are simply stating the facts in an objective way, And, everybody that was there that night is going to basically say the same thing we say because we're not trying to put it on,
Hey, listen,
kind of
this is a show
thing.
by fans, for fans. We're going to talk like fans.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, that fight earned itself the KO of the night. So good on you, Mr. Chris Addison. And can't wait to see you in there again, my man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Mr. Mike Utsi had the second inaugural performance of the night, in my opinion, Taylor. His opponent definitely was a last-minute guy. He filled in. Hey, good on him, bro. Good on him. That guy had some guts getting in there with a man like Mike Husey. And when they rang that bell, he walked forward. There was no keeping him back. He looked like a soldier on the battlefront, Bob. Both of them did. They met in the middle. They started throwing bombs, dude, and just the better guy on the night won. But I'm going to tell you, I want to see that guy with a full training camp. I want to see him with a full training camp. Put him right back in there. Give him 2 months. Give him 3 months. However much time he needs. Give him a full camp. Let him dive right back in there with another guy. Because that guy, I mean, look, man, he was no slouch. He came out. He had good technique. He had great fundamentals. Mike just kind of, he was the better man on the night. I believe that was a rear naked choke submission, if I'm not mistaken. And good on him. He looked great. He just kind of tore Buddy down, just limb by limb, climbed that tree, bud, and toppled it. And I'm happy for Mike. I'm really happy for Mike. That's the second performance of the night and final performance of the night by Odd Squad Jason.
Yeah, man, I can see that. I mean, dude, making your debut against Mike Utsi is a feat, my man. I mean, that you got to have balls just to get there, just to accept that fight, man. So good on that dude, and I can't wait to see him in there again because I'm sure he learned a wealth of knowledge from fighting that man.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, a dictionary,
For
a
sure.
whole flipping dictionary, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Appears I got a little, yeah. Appears I got a little ahead of myself though, because there was an earlier fight that's also an honorable mention. Yeah. One of them BJJ matches. There was two. So the beginning of Conflict MMA, they had two BJJ matches. Okay, that's how they started it. It was a nice little soft opening. I liked it. I'd never seen a BJJ match before, so I didn't know what to expect. And what you can expect is high level competition in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when you see something like that. And those dudes knew what they were doing. They knew what each other was going to do before they were even doing it. I mean, it was a chess match. But Mr. Jay Foreman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Hit the Peruvian necktie on the man. I mean, bro, how often do you see that?
It's not often.
It's not
often.
He got submission of the night for that.
Not only that, that was definitely submission of the night for me as well. Not only that, bro, but he was entertaining the crowd the whole time. When me and you break these things down, I always say, look, Bubba, it's a fight. It's a fight for sure. But there's more to it than just getting in there and throwing knees, elbows, and punches. There's a lot more to it, dude, than some kicks and some grappling and some clinch work. You gotta get the people going. I feel like that's what the regional scene's missing. Everyone's like, what's happened to the regional scene? What's happened to the regional scene? Nobody's connected anymore. Nobody's connected. People used to freak out over the regional scene before internet was even a freaking thing, man. And it was trash talk. It was the build up. It was the getting the crowd work. It was the call outs. None of which happened except for Mr. Foreman. Play into the camera. Play into the audience. He walked out there, he handled business, and he looked good doing it. Then he pulled up a sick-ass submission you never see. Look, he gets stars across the board, submission of the night, first inaugural Oddass podcast submission of the night.
Damn right. Also want to give his clothing company a honorable mention, Xanax. They make rash guards. They make all kind of things. All the fighters there had all their stuff on. So
it's not Xanax.
No, not Xanax. Xanax.
Exactly.
Very close, but no cigar, not there.
It's not even. Yeah, no, it's not spelled the same.
No, there's no bars involved.
It's not even spelled the same.
No.
And drugs are bad.
That's right. Here at Oddass Podcast, that's what we stand on.
Yeah, certain drugs are bad.
Business.
That's our logo. Certain drugs are bad.
We should make a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah, we should. Oddass podcast. Don't say it too loud. People will get ideas.
That's
Hey,
hilarious.
why don't you just roll us on into the next one?
I can do that. So the next one, guys, the next one's one we were all waiting on. One of the ones we were waiting on. Obviously, the main event is the big cheese, okay? But the co-main could have easily been a main event. I mean, it was just ripe with fucking hype, dude. I mean, oh my gosh, we had Dakota Gray versus Jackson Whitley, two amazing strikers from the Southeast, well, Dakota Gray's from North Carolina, Jackson Whitley's from South Carolina, so it's Battle of the Carolinas, man. But it almost looked like seeing two clones in there fighting, man. I mean, they were like even as can be, man. And Dakota Gray went out there and he got the unanimous decision, but Jackson Whitley fought a hell of a fight, man. I mean, they were just landing on each other. They were making each other miss. I mean, it was beautiful to watch, man. It was a chess match too.
Not only that, let's start from the beginning. Dakota Gray walks out to "Why Can't We Be Friends?"
As he always does.
These gentlemen look like they'd be buddies if they didn't have to fight. These two gentlemen look as if they trained together, run up the beach, Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa, hanging out in the garage, lifting weights, texting baddies. I don't know if either. I know that our boy Jackson Whitley doesn't have an old lady. I don't know about Dakota. I don't want to speak. I don't want to put words into his mouth. He might have a wife, so I'm going to be respectful. But if he did not have a wife, see, there it is. They would be texting baddies together. That's what those fellas would be doing. Back to back, shoulder to shoulder, in the thick of it. So it was a unique match. Both guys came out and gave it hell. Both guys threw bombs the entire match. There wasn't like a piece of it where it was boring or where you were like, oh man, I wish the action would pick up. No, the action didn't stop, dude. The action didn't stop. I think there was a nut shot at one point in time delivered by Dakota Gray on accident. It was a teetotal accident. It immediately he stopped. Fight was a very completed by Dakota Gray, and I don't know if he apologized, but he kind of stuck his hands out like, oh fuck, dude, my bad. That's on me. Hey, my bad. Jackson walked it off like a fucking man, and then they got right back to it. At the end, our boy did not get his hand raised, but that's okay because he fought a commendable fight. Funny behind the scenes secret, when Dakota Gray walked out, as always, hey, you have to be, if you're going to be happy in victory, you've got to keep that same energy in defeat. If you're going to talk shit and play the game that, Jason likes to play, sometimes you've got to eat a little humble pie, I'm going to back Jackson Whitley all the way till the wheels fall off. But when Dakota Gray walked out of that cage and he was talking to some beautiful young lady, when he was done, he turned around and we caught eye to eye, and I said, hey, great fight, buddy. Good job. That was a hell of a fight by both of you guys, man. Good job, man. And he said, hey, I'm sorry I beat up your boy like that. I'm sorry I had to beat on your boy like that, but it's a fight. And he walked off super cool, and I was a little jealous, if I must admit, just a little the way he did it. He was like, sorry I beat up your boy like that, but it's a fight. And he walked clean off like an action movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Hey, speaking of Dakota Gray and Jackson Whitley, that was my fight of the night. It was also Conflict's fight of the night. We've got a little secret. We can't tell you guys about that, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned, because it might get a little hotter in the kitchen by Conflicts of cooking. Speaking of Dakota Gray, also he'll be on tomorrow. He's coming on to talk to Mr. J, the Odd J. And we're going to talk about stuff. Chop it up, if you will. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all there is to say about that. That's it.
About all I can say. Hey, Jackson took that. I take that back. Jackson took that with dignity. He was respectful in defeat. Told him, I heard him say, "Hell of a fight, good job." You hit hard. The other guy was like, "Hey, you hit hard too," and those guys, chopped it up and laid it to rest. But I got a feeling sometime down the road we might see those guys running back.
I can see it, dude. I mean, it's worth a main event, like I said earlier. I mean, that was a great matchup, dude. I don't think you can make a better matchup than that.
No, I mean, mirrored each other.
I would like to see the strike count on that because that output was outrageous, dude. And neither one of those dudes were breathing hard at the end of that fight either. They could have gone 5.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was impressive, dude. That was a great co-main.
Here's where it gets a little dicey. Some people will not agree with me, but I have a bold award to present. That award goes to Jamison Hardesty, and I will call that knockout of the night. Most people wouldn't, probably. That's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. This is the Oddass Podcast Award Show, not the Everybody Else Award Show. I give him knockout of the night because of who he knocked. Listen, when Nate the Great and Jamison, dude, you know what? We should start from the beginning. Taylor, walk us through the walkouts. You were off to side. I was caught in the middle of it. I was caught in the middle of the action, bud. I don't know what it looked like from the outside. If you will, please, sir, fill us in on the details from the outside of the cage.
What I can tell you is that no other walkout looked quite like that one.
No.
What I was seeing was everyone, when Jamison Hardesty walked out, everyone had a Jamison Hardesty shirt on, and they were all lining where he was walking out. And it was rowdy, bro. Everybody was yelling. Everybody was pumped. I mean, bro, you would have thought we were at a freaking Jamison Hardesty Hall of Fame induction with the way that the whole entire crowd was cheering for that man. And I'm not saying that there wasn't a lot of crowd cheering for Nate the Great either. I'm just saying you could tell that it was his hometown. Because, man, yeah. I didn't even know they had shirts like that. You know what I mean? I mean, you can guess that they have their own shirts, but I wouldn't expect the whole damn place to have them. I mean, that was impressive, bro. That man's going places. Everybody believes in him, dude. And as far as Nate the Great walking out, they also had T-shirts, and they also lined the outside, bro. And Jason was sitting there in the middle of it all, hyping everybody up even more, so much so that the owner had to come out and say, "Hey, guys, I need you to calm down." Mr. Jarrett had to say, "Everybody just calm down a little bit. I like the energy, but this is borderline riot, okay? So we're at a college. Act like a college student, please." So
yeah, guilty on that one. Almost incited a riot.
Yep. As one does. I mean, you are a hype man.
When Nate walked out, his whole family was there. They were hyping him up. He looked mean. He got in there. Jamison's walking out. As Jamison's walking out, Nate is standing right at the door, just fucking staring at him. They stared at him through the whole, getting checked out by the ref, getting his Vaseline on, the whole time that's happening. And Nate's staring him down. Nate's family's behind him, just yelling in his ear, "You're going to die, expletive. Get ready to die, expletive." A word in which the Caucasian folk must not say. You could probably guess which one it is.
That's real. That happened?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. They was like, "You gonna die, expletive." "Oh, yeah, he about to beat your ass, expletive." And I was like, I'm just in the middle of it with the camera like, damn, bro. Like, to be Jamison in that situation, you're surrounded by probably, 20, 30 people just all screaming at the same time, like, you're going to die in there. That boy's going to kill you. They get in the cage. They square off. The ref brings them together. They have an intense face-off. Go back. Round one, go. Right? When these men got out there, Nate brought it, dude. He brought it. He was throwing bombs. He was throwing cannons, dude. He was throwing missiles, nuclear ones. It was, I mean, dynamic striking from Nate the Great. Jameson did what Jameson does and shot for the takedowns, but Nate was there. He was involved. He was athletic. He dug the underhook, shoved him up against the cage, throwing bombs. I don't know how Jameson ate some of these. Jameson weathered the storm, goes in there, gets him down. At some point in time, Nate reverses it, and he's just whoosh, throwing ground and pound. It was incredible. An awesome display of mixed martial arts from both men. Round 2 starts. Same exact situation, only when Jameson gets him down, he takes the back, and he ground and pounded Nate to a TKO victory. That is why, though, because of the action, because of who he did it to, because of that's supposed to be the other way around. That's why I gave Jameson knockout of the night.
Yeah, man. Well deserved. Well deserved. I really did not know who was taking that, man. I did not. I mean, you got Nate number 1 and you got Jameson number 2, man. Jameson was coming for the spot, and it was definitive. It was definitive. And don't get me wrong, dude. Nate fought a hell of a fight, dude, but he's moving up 10 pounds. I mean, he had some things against him there. I mean, it took balls to take that fight, It's been a year he'd been inactive. I have all the love in the world for Mr. Nate, man. He fought a hell of a fight. He showed great character after the fight. I mean, he was real upset, but even when we went up and talked to him, bro, he put a big smile on his face. He said, "Thank y'all so much, man," with tears in his eye. I mean, it was heartbreaking, man. It was real. It was it was a really emotional moment to see. I've never been that close to an athlete like that in that state, and it was a new experience for me. It was interesting. There's a lot of feelings going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just felt like you wanted to reach out and go, "Big dog, you live to fight another day." And no matter what's going on in life, because we talk to these people, we know these people, we respect these people, but we don't live side by side with these people. It's not like we know a day to day what these people go through. Everyone's got a different life, but you just kind of wanted to go, "Big dog, you just did. Nobody does that to Jameson, what you did. And I know you wanted more, but just get after it a little more. Life's not fair. Life's not fair, Mr. Nate. Life's a shitty dig, Bob. But if you just fucking keep doing what you're doing now, you can come back. You can kill somebody next." He did say he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And then you can get your rematch and you can give it another go, because, brother, nobody is going to say, "I don't want to see that again."
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you could run that whole card back again. I'd pay for it.
Yeah, dude. It was great. It was great.
Yeah. Conflict 70.
Everybody training camps. Training camps for everybody, like Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conflict 70, man, was a hell of an event. You're not going to want to miss 71. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going down in Augusta this month.
In town. 706.
This one's going to be real special for us. Yeah, we both grew up in the area. Jason actually lives in the area now. So we're going to have some homies out there. We're going to be in our backyard, man. We're going to know where we're at. We're going to know where all the cool spots are in the area around it so we can take the homies afterwards. I mean, bro, it's going to be like more of a hometown fight than Columbia was, honestly. And I live in Columbia right now. I'm in Columbia, but I don't really be messing around downtown that much. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really be messing around that much.
We're taking some boys to the swamp. We're going midnight catfishing.
That's right. Savannah River style, baby. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not to Savannah River. They got some issues going on. But to the swamp, though? To the fucking swamp, though? Maybe. Maybe we'll go to the swamp. Maybe we'll take them to the swamp. A little chicken liver action. A little natty daddy lights, bub. In the cooler. In the Arctic cooler, bub.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Another honorable mention that I really want to talk about. Christian Morgan had a fucking bang out fight. The crowd was split. The crowd was split 50-50. A lot of us thought he won, or half of us thought he won. I was one of those people that thought it was a great fight, super close fight. And then the other half of the crowd thought that he lost, thought his opponent won. His opponent was a very worthy opponent. I mean, a scary looking fella. He was. Would you agree? That was kind of a scary looking fella, was he not?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with that guy.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No, dude. Like if I'm being serious, and I'm the one that's like, nah, bit, I'll pull up. I'm like that. I'm built like that. Not because if we was at the gas station, I accidentally stepped on his shoe, I'd be like, bit dog, hey, my bad, big bro. Let me help you out. I'll buy you a whole new shoe, bit dog. You feel me? I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. I don't want that fire.
Nah.
Because where there is smoke, there is fire, and I don't want no part of it.
Mm-mm.
You know?
I don't want to be burned or choked.
Let me buy you a new shoe, please. It's on me. Yeah. It was a great fight. I'd like to see that one run back. That's one I'd love to see run back. Rematch. Since the crowd was so divided, I'm sure both gentlemen would agree. I don't know. I don't want to put words. Actually, let me take that back because I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But I personally, in my opinion, would like to see that fight run back. The crowd was split 50-50 right down the middle. As I think the judges were too. That was a split decision, was it not?
I believe so.
Need a rematch. We need a rematch.
Yeah. I'd love it, man. I'd love to see him rematch. It was just cool seeing all the homies fight, man. I just loved that. We made a lot of good friends from
fight.
What?
It's just a big homie fight card, dude.
Exactly. So we met a lot of friends down at Conflict 69, and it was so cool to see them all on, the same card for Conflict 70 and get to, have some backstory to watching these dudes fight, get to know them a little bit, talk to them outside of the fights and everything, and then get to meet up with them before the fights and dap up and see how you feeling, bro, It's been real cool, man. It's been a real cool experience getting to do all this Conflict stuff. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we got the Fagers fighting on this card. Our boy Josh Collins is fighting on this card in Augusta. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. Do we know the date for that card?
No, but I can look it up.
Look that shit up. Because here's the deal, folks. If you fucks with us, you got to pull up. We got some ideas to make shit cool. I don't want to throw them out there yet because we're still wheeling and dealing and tossing it around the old thinker. But you got to pull up. If you're the homies, you got to pull up. This is going to be a great show. This is going to be a very memorable one for Taylor and I both, and we can't wait.
Yeah, man. It's going to be the 20th. No, that is this year. The 25th of this month. July 25th. The Bell Auditorium.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right here in the 706, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, big dog, I think we didn't get to make picks for UFC this past week. We were busy fellows dealing with Conflict 70. But I think we both think that it's worth mentioning that Rafael Fiziev looked like a fucking little maniac.
Yeah, dude. I've picked Rafael Fiziev many times in fights, recently, and he has not had a good streak. He's gotten up to the top, and his performance at the top has been subpar. And that's coming from a fan. I'm not saying I'm a fighter, who's breaking down his fight style, and it's just not what it should. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, for the people he's been fighting, I've picked him almost every time, and bro, it's something always goes down, whether it's an injury or just him being the next guy being the better man that night. But this time was not one of those times.
No,
it was not.
No, it was not.
And
dude, that was devastating.
Yeah.
Dude, that was devastating.
It was like a clinic almost, dude.
Yeah.
And it was,
You know, he could fight at featherweight if he wanted to. He could definitely fight at featherweight. Just the fact that he's like, big dog, let me just try. Let me just try it again. I don't know if that's what I would advise. I'd almost advise him to go to featherweight. But the fact that he's still doing it lightweight just shows you how much of an absolute animal that man is. You know, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got the dub, and I can't wait to see what he does next.
There he is.
What up, boys?
What's up, Big Dog?
Nah, shit, baby.
We missed you.
I miss you guys too. How y'all doing?
I wish I could reach through the camera and give you a big fat ass hug. That's how
We get air hug. We get air hug.
air hug, Big Dog. Yeah. What's
How y'all
up,
boys doing,
brother?
man?
Hey, we're back to the original spot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Back outside.
Yo, this is the original spot.
Actually,
bro.
no. I think the OG spot was at my old house that I was at when I lived with Big Will. You guys remember Will?
oh yeah.
Of course.
It looks the same, but it's a different spot. But we're back
Okay.
outside. We're back outside.
Bro, look at you, Big Dog. You're looking good, dog. You're looking mean.
Appreciate it, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I've been grinding, bro. I've been working with a personal trainer at Brunson's. His name is Evan. And he's been helping me just like stack my lifts in better ways, hitting it 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. So feeling
Hey,
strong.
Speaking of Brunson, saw him over the weekend.
Yeah, you told me that. That's sick.
Yeah, he told you?
No, you told me, I think.
Oh, okay. I was about to say if Derek Brunson said he saw you, and that's what's up, Big Dog. That's what's up.
Nah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
I
up.
think
But
he
didn't.
was probably cornering my friend or our teammate Joe.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think.
Probably. Yeah, I didn't know it was Derek. Is what's crazy. I was filming. I can't wait for you to see the new video. It's gonna be sick. But I was filming and I was walking around the cage. He was there the whole time. I didn't know it was Derek. And he's coming out of the cage and I'm working the sound on the camera and he's coming out and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get out of these guys' way. And I look up and go to move over. I'm like, hey, what's up, Derek? And he was like, hey, what's up, man? And I said, you remember me? And he was like, yeah, you AJ's little friend.
Yeah, I remember you said that. That's fire. Nah, Derek's a good ass dude. It's crazy. He remembers everybody. I remember bringing up Will again. One time, Will saw him in the gym, and Will had already like only met him once at this point. And Derek said what's up to him. Like, he remembered him from one small interaction with us. So Derek's cool for that.
Hell yeah, Big Dog. Hey, give us a flex, brother. Give us one of these.
Come on, now.
God, look at you. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
It's time to fucking head knock, baby. Let's go.
Look, bro, all I'm going to say, this motherfucker's nickname is Goozy. I ain't
Yeah.
never once met a good Goozy, bro. Not once.
Goozy.
Yeah, I've never met a good Goozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
met a
but
couple.
I don't know if I've never met a Goozy until now. So
No, I met a couple of them. One of them was just a solid piece of shit, dude. Fucking like a corn and fucking maybe some tortilla chips sticking out the side that hurt when he pushed it out. Like piece of shit, bro.
I love it.
Yeah. So for maybe he's a cool ass dude on the outside, but for right now, like, fuck this dude. You know what I mean?
100%. We could be cool
yeah.
after the fight, but until then, we're not cool.
Yeah. Bro looks like a. You remember the first dude that played the Thing in Fantastic Four? That's what,
Yeah, I
that's who he
do.
looks like. That's who Cuz looks like. Nah, but hey, enough about that dude, bro. Enough about that dude, brother. So what? Listen, let's talk. Let's talk about what we've been doing a little bit in the gym. I don't want any secrets. I just want. Hey, let's just walk us through some day-to-day type shit, big dog.
I've just been training my ass off, man. I mean, you talk to a lot of fighters, the answer is probably going to be the same, but, I obviously have faith in my corner, working with Derek. He's already a great mind in the sport, so coming from a loss, coming from a good 15 minutes of footage against Guilherme, we've been able to study and really work on things that I need to work on. And a big thing was just getting that experience in there, just being in the cage for that long and being able to feel it at that level. So, yeah, me and Derek watched a lot of film on me, on other fighters, on himself, and just continue to fill holes that we feel like we needed to work on. And we're definitely feeling like there's been improvements in every area that we wanted to hit. So we're feeling good.
That's what's up. Hey, walk me through this stage 2 running. What are we doing with the stage 2 running?
Yeah. So zone 2 is something that it helps build your aerobic base, which is basically your overall engine, your overall gas tank. And it's not the most important for fighters. So like it's not you can't just do zone 2 and be in good shape for fighting. Because zone 2, what it is basically is a steady pace run that's like almost super easy. Like I could go run zone 2 and stay on a podcast with you guys and be able to talk. Like that's how easy I should be running. You should keep your heart rate at about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. So for example, for me, my max heart rate is 192. So my zone 2 is anywhere between like 115 and 132. And like I said, what that does is build your aerobic base, your big overall engine, which allows more room for your short burst sprints, like your lactic threshold and things like that to build up. So when I do my assault bike work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my numbers are improving in those areas because I'm able my overall gas tank is bigger to withstand like more force and more power output in my short burst sprints, which is what translates to fighting more. So zone 2 is definitely a big key, but I don't want people to get it twisted. It's not like you can only do zone 2 and be in good fight shape. You got to obviously push yourself and almost hit high heart max rate because in a fight, that's what it's going to feel like. But yeah, zone 2, like I said, yeah, it's basically just building your overall engine.
Let's go, big dog. Let's go, big dog. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I saw you kind of explaining it a little bit in your shorts. You know, I've been watching all your shorts, and I
Yeah.
saw you explaining it, and I was like, dog, I don't even know what this guy's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing for me was like every long distance run I used to do, I used to push like the hardest pace I could. So I was running like 730 miles, which is like great. But on top of training, on top of lifting, on top of my sprints on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if I kept running super hard like that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which I was doing a while ago, my body just wasn't like fully recovering because I was always in a constant like overload phase, if that makes sense. Like every workout I was doing was 100% heart rate, like 100% max effort, which obviously is good for the mental. Like it helps you feel like a dog and things like that, but it doesn't help you physically. You know, sometimes doing less is doing more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Hey, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you where you got that shirt from, dude. That is a sick ass shirt, dude.
Bro, thank you. Yeah, this is perfect. My boy Lee, I've played basketball with him for a long time. I went to school with some of his cousins. He's working on opening up his own boxing gym. And this is Cliche. This is his like boxing brand. So he gave me this shirt for free when I was playing in a rec league basketball game with him. And yeah, I think it's sick. It's like one of the coolest
Super
jerseys
sick.
I've had.
Looks like a
He,
GTA 6 release.
yeah, literally. And he gave one to Cavanis too. Cavanis is like all black, but it's still pretty cool.
Did all tell him reach out to the Odd Pod. We'll put that Joker right over here somewhere.
Dead ass will. He's like really just like he's basically been like sponsoring people for free. He's just giving a lot of people the shirts or hoodies and things like that just to get his brand out there. And he's really just a good ass dude. So I love supporting him and like I said, it's sick. So
Yeah, dude. Hey, for real, get us in contact with him.
yeah,
We'll put this thing on everything, man.
100%. Yeah, I'll text him after this.
Sick. Hey, let me ask you, brother. Let me ask you, what kind of foods have we been eating in this camp, man? I'm a little front heavy, if we will.
Yeah.
So I'm always interested in the foods. What are we doing for foods this camp?
Yeah, so for breakfast I usually have like eggs and cream of rice. So I can hit like high fats, high protein, and high carbs within the cream of rice. And then for lunch, it's usually this place called Clean Eats. They have a different variety of options you can get. I mean, you can obviously get chicken there, you can get fish there, steak, burgers, like all that stuff, but it's just like made healthily. Um, and then for dinner, I usually do like steak, broccoli, rice, or pasta, maybe even that, some salmon. I really just focus on having like good healthy fats. Get those from like fruit and veggies as well. I have a lot of carbs in my diet, which I know a lot of people try to go away from carbs because they help you lean out. But if you're an athlete performing hard workouts every day, you need to have carbs. Like carbs are not the enemy; they're actually your friend, and they're going to help you have energy for all your workouts. So I focus on like a high carb diet. Sometimes for breakfast I do like these Kodiak pancakes. They're a little bit
Oh,
higher
yeah.
in protein, but they also have a lot of carbs in them. I put some um, natural maple syrup on top to get like quick carbohydrates before my workouts. Um, and yeah, a lot of protein shakes. And other than that, I do a cheat meal like once a week, maybe once every other week. And for that, I'll usually just go get a burger and some fries somewhere.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
because I'm a heavyweight, so I don't have to worry about making weight really. I'm walking around at 260 right now, which is heavier than I was for my last fight, but I feel in much better shape and I feel even lighter. So,
Wow.
yeah, that was my focus after my last fight, was just to put on a little bit more size, get a little bit more power behind my punches. So a mix of working with that guy Evan in the weight room and working on our power and adding more weight to my body has been helping with that. So
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, big dog. Yeah, before we get out of here, when we end the recording, stick around because I've got something to tell you. But
yeah,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that after this. Brother, what's the beach been like? I've seen you running. We've all seen you running. We just talked about it. You know, that's got to be the coolest place to, other than like, you know, the mountains. The beach has got to be like the second coolest place to go for a run, in my opinion. So, what's it like been out there, man?
yeah, I think the beach is awesome to go run, man. Like you said, I would love to go out to like the mountains or something, and I'm sure the hilly inclines and stuff like that would be great to run on. Unfortunately, the closest mountains to me are like 6 hours away, so it's not too often I get to do that. But the beach is like one of the best places to go, even if I'm not running. Like sometimes I'll just go out on the sand and shadow box under a pier. It's like a really good place to go and just like clear your mind and visualize winning. And I try to go out there and I just really, a lot of times I go out there, I pray and I just try to like be grateful for the opportunity I have. I get to work out in such a beautiful place. I have a great family behind me. I got great teammates behind me, great friends like you guys, great coaches. So I go out there, try to clear my mind and you know, just show thanks, I guess, really.
Man, that's what's up, dude. That's a really good expression. You just put that there. Hey, have we got any new ink?
No, I haven't got any new ink.
Good.
I love getting tattooed, but it kind of fucks with your training. Like, you know, you get a tattoo, you can't train for a little bit.
Mhm.
So I usually wait till after a fight and after a win. So
Yeah.
after I get this win on the 18th, I'm gonna come home, you know, give my family some money. Hopefully we get that bonus money and take care of them. And then yeah, we'll get some tattoos after.
25 G's, bro.
Yeah, we're going for that 100.
Oh, let's go.
But,
Hey, dog, if you get that 100 banger, bro, I'm gonna be like, hey, bit all about $2-3 or shit. It's some gas money.
I'll throw you five. I'll throw you five.
Yeah, shit. Hey, I take 5 right now.
Extra.
Have you seen this economy? Shit, I take 5 right now, bit all. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
who'd you guys interview before this? You said you had a bunch of interviews to do.
you're the first interview of the day, my friend.
Oh, word. I thought I was about to be the last.
No, we're up until 8, but I got to tell you, and there's no slight on anyone else. You're the homie. You're the
Yes, sir.
you're
Odd mob.
you know what I
Odd
mean,
mob.
bro. You're the absolute. You're our. I don't put this out there lightly. I don't put this out there lightly. We love all of our guests, and we've accrued a lot. You are our first guest. You are our first sponsored anything ever. You're the first Odd
yeah.
Mob member ever. You're the first fucking video we went and shot on anyone ever.
Yeah.
And you know, you're a real brother. You know, we call everyone brother, and we do mean it in like a human and loving kindness way. But like when you talk about a real ass motherfucker that like we legit go to war with, that's you. You know what I mean?
100%. Likewise, bro.
And we wanted to get you on here first, brother, and we're really excited to talk to you.
No, for real. I love you guys, man. For real.
Yeah, for real.
Love you
God,
too, man.
love you too, brother. Hey, so how what kind of are we? Where's the fight happening at for one? Because I saw it's on the Usman and DDP card, right?
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma City. I think the name of the arena might be Synergy Arena. I know it's where the Oklahoma City Thunder play at.
Wow, dude, that's gonna be fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Largest crowd you've ever fought in front of, like guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. So when you're in the back, are you gonna try and sneak DDP just to get him back one for Derek?
Right? There's a lot of people I got to get back for Derek there.
Yeah.
He already beat up Kevin Holland, and he was beating Jared Cannonier and Drickus up in the first round, but, you know, things went differently, so we're going to get back.
Yeah, I mean, he beat on Kevin. Kevin's pretty cool. Jared,
No, yeah, I'm excited to see all of them, honestly. They're all cool dudes.
yeah, dude, for a fact. I'm obviously just kidding.
I really hope I can meet Sean O'Malley because Tommy McMillan's fighting. and I know Tim Welch and Sean O'Malley are his corners. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping I get to see them in passing. You know, I
Ew.
know I belong there and I'm in the UFC, but if I see those two, I might be a little bit of a fan.
You're fucking right, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you stop and talk to him, tell him the Odd Squad said, what's up? Shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Tim Welch, I fucking message that dude all the time. And what's crazy is he actually looks at my messages. You know, like when you're doing this, when you're going through trying to reach people, you're gonna have a lot of no's, right? You're gonna have a lot of no's. And usually if someone doesn't say anything at all and you keep messaging, they won't even look at it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like so you know the unique ways I have of hitting up fighters and coaches and managers. I have a very unique way of doing it, and I try to jive with what their personality's like. And I legit think that Tim Welch enjoys my messages, like for real, because he reads every one of them.
Yeah, I'm sure he does, bro. Tim Wilson, they seem like cool dudes. So I think they can get the same vibe from you.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, that'd be super sick, dude. Dab up some Tim Welchian and some Sugar Sean O'Malley. You know what I mean?
It'd be fire, dude.
What up, bit dog? Maybe you should dye your hair a little, dude. Dye your hair a little bit. Sugar Show.
Like this color? Like just
Yeah,
maybe.
Black, blue, pink.
Maybe. Jose Aldo walked out there with the fake henna tattoo one time. You know?
Max.
Yeah, dude, you could do that one good time. Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Nah, for real though, how excited are you to fight in that arena in front of all those people, man?
I'm just excited to fight again, honestly. I don't give a fuck if it's in a backyard. I want to get back in there and get my get back, you know?
Yeah, let's
Prove
dog out.
Just prove myself I belong and show that my hard work is paying off and I am getting better like I think I am. So
let's go. Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Fucking pumped.
yes, sir.
Dude, you gotta let that dog out, man.
Yes, sir.
Just look at this dude and think, man, that's that little bald-headed stank boy from Fantastic 4-1, 2004. That's him right there. And I'm going.
That's him right there in front of me.
You should take a piece of sliced American cheese and slap it on his head and see if it sticks at the face-offs. That's what you should do. That's what
You're hilarious.
He probably fucked me up, but I'd do it. I mean, he'd be cool afterward. He'd probably beat my ass, but I'd laugh.
He seems like he'd get a laugh out of it, honestly.
Yeah, he might, but in my head, I'd want to beat my ass. I'd beat my ass. What the fuck you hit me with cheese for? You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
dude, I accidentally almost incited a riot over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
At those fights. Tell him about it.
What?
Yeah, Conflict 70, man. That main event was happening. Jameson Hardesty was walking out, and Jason got a little pumped, man. He got a little pumped. He turned around to the crowd. He started raising his hand, let's go! Let's go! And, dude, I mean, the camera was shaking. There was so much energy going on, and people were yelling so much, and everybody was like, go kill him! Oh, my God! And it got so bad that the owner, Jared, of Conflict, had to come on the mic beforehand and be like, guys, I love the energy, but I really need you to calm down. We can't have riots in here. This is a college. We got to respect it. And yeah, it got pretty lit. It was all this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, so he was fighting Nate, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch him.
We were talking to him. He said he comes up there and trains with you guys every now and again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I actually know Nate because I did. We got Big Chris walking in the background.
What up, big dog? What's up, Chris?
What guys is this? Oh, I know.
Oddass podcast.
Oddass. What's going on, guys?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Chris,
Good.
give him a flex, Chris.
Give us one of these. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I gotta get back to work.
I love
See you
you.
guys
All right,
later.
brother. Good to see you.
But what's it called? Yeah, Nate. I did one of my first boxing matches with Nate in a backyard at his Carolina Fight Club thing.
Yeah,
And
he told us. He told us.
that's how.
Huh? Go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say that's pretty much how I know him, and we've kept in touch since then.
Hell yeah, dude. I've actually seen that video. I know exactly what video you're talking about.
Yeah, me versus
know.
Big Red.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hey, you got to tell me, is that some of that doing well in that cup right there?
No, I do need to get some of that doing well. This I made on my own. It's got a little bit of element packets in it. It's got the lime element packet, water, honey, Celtic salt, lemon juice, orange juice, and that's it. Oh, actually, and magnesium, bisglycinate, and creatine too.
Okay, let's go. Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
So a lot of shit in here, but dude, it tastes like fucking lemonade. Honestly, it's pretty gas.
Yeah, that big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that big guy.
That big gas.
Ha!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. What else, big dog? So we go get this dub, right? We go
Yep.
get this dub. You're flying back home. You're taking care of mom, Big Chris. Tell mom we said what's up, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
And the Odd Squad's got to remobilize, dude. We've got to remobilize.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to. Absolutely. Before summer's over with.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking mushrooms in the middle of a swamp, 2 a.m., catfish gigging with our bare hands.
Okay.
Maybe catch an alligator and fry up some alligator tail.
I was about to say,
hands.
catching an alligator off mushrooms would be sick.
Yeah. It'll be sick or it'll be very sick and not.
Yeah.
It'll make you sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll
fuck
do
it. I'll try it.
You do
I'm
it
down.
first. I'll do it if you do it first.
I'd be down, dude. Give me some shrooms. I'll probably do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just picking. Absolutely. Man, I tell you what, man. Yeah, we miss you. We got to get up there, go get some beach time in, dude. Go hang out. Just chill, dude. No, I mean, maybe do an odd pod, like a podcast, but no filming, just the boys hanging out with
Yeah,
the
just actually hang
boys,
out.
man.
I would 100% be down, bro. I'm looking to take almost all of. I mean, I'm gonna train in August, obviously, but I'm looking to come back home off the win and just enjoy the rest of my summer. Hang out with you guys, hang out with my family, and just enjoy the beach. I'll probably take a trip out to Vegas. I got my cousin and nephew and niece out there. They just started jiu-jitsu, and I know that they have their promotions at the end of August, so I'm gonna try to go out there and catch that and be there for them on that, and I just get to hang out with them because the last 2 times I've been to Vegas was mainly for business. It was my fight against Gary, and then I went out there to train at the PI.
Yeah,
I got to hang out with my family, but I didn't really get to hang out and relax with them. So
100%, man. How old are they?
I think we're gonna do that.
How old
So Phoenix is I think they're around 5 and 7.
Okay.
Or actually, Phoenix might be like 9 now.
Okay.
So yeah, they're young. They're young.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, get him into
Oh, yeah.
that. I've been trying to talk my sister into putting my nephew into jujitsu so much, dude, but he's a little wiry kid. He's a little wiry kid, and he likes to start shit. She's like, she thinks he's gonna bully some folks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and I'm
happens.
like, look, dog, we're trying to raise up a world fucking champion here. We're not worried about bullying. Like school,
Yeah.
last of the thoughts, dude. Fuck school.
Yeah. Last of the worries.
Yeah, dude. We fucking education. We need to educate on how to fucking annihilate people, dude. Yeah?
Educate on how to annihilate. I like that.
Yeah, educate on annihilate.
Send
That might be the new
people to
tattoo after this fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
big
not.
dog.
Maybe it's a group tattoo.
It might be, big dog. It might be, big dog.
Hey, I'm with it. I've been due one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
had
had
one
in years.
Yeah, me either. My last tattoo was after I fought this guy named Mark Gordon in July of like 2024 or 2023, I think. So it's been about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, dude. I got a Pennywise tattoo on my leg. That was the last one I got.
Yeah, at least that's a good tattoo.
Yeah, dude. I like Pennywise. I love the whole book and everything. We can't get into that. We can't start this. We can't start this and take 3 of these fucking things, dude.
Yeah.
Ask him.
He does it to me all the time.
Dude, I'll talk for 3 hours about the Stephen King universe, brother.
Hey, when you guys come here to Wilmington, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Damn, dude, that made me lose my train of thought. Dude. I had a whole cool ass question too. I had a sick ass question. I was like, oh, bro, as soon as the moment hits, I got this shit.
It'll come back to you.
Hey, man, listen, the first time we talked, you talked about, I asked you, what kind of moves you do on an alien if he parked in the backyard and squared up with you. So I've got a follow up to that now. I don't know if you saw, but there's a video that's been released of a UFO that got punched with some type of Hellfire missile, and it absolutely bounced off the UFO, and the UFO kept going. So my question to you now that you know that it can take a Hellfire missile, how would you approach that situation now?
I'd probably offer them to smoke first. I'd be like, yo, y'all trying to just hotbox the UFO maybe?
Yeah, that's
And if they don't take that, well, then I mean, I got to swing. You know, I might lose, but I'm gonna go out swinging.
but by that point, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm already heartbroken because they turned down my hotbox offer.
Absolutely.
So not much worse can happen.
So we're taking a more diplomatic approach.
Yep.
We're trying to be a little human to alien strength and bonding situation here, right? We're gonna sit down. You can't look at the stars with the aliens. He's from there, so you're gonna have to take this dude to like a fucking like a mall and take him to Starbucks or something and be like, so this is Earth. You know, I've never been to Starbucks. I don't know if you've ever been to Starbucks, but I've never been.
I've been like twice.
Maybe you could take him to Home Depot or something.
Yeah, I feel like aliens would like Home Depot.
Yeah,
maybe like IKEA or something like that too.
Yeah. IKEA.
Yeah,
Sure,
I can see them liking that.
Just chill in the patio section. You know, smoke a fat.
Got to
one.
show them the Cars movie. I feel like the aliens would fuck with the Cars movie. I don't know why.
Dog, they'd fuck with Cars so hard, dude.
Big time.
Yeah, dude, Mater.
Yeah. You're telling me that? Come on now.
Yeah, dude. He's what would he say? He's the best reverse driver under the sun.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, we can't wait, brother. We really can't wait. How excited are you to finally get back in there?
Man, I can't wait. There's not really any words to describe it. You know, I was supposed to fight back in April, got hurt. So that was like another adrenaline dump. You're kind of hyped up, and then you realize you can't fight. So that happens. But yeah, I'm excited to get back in there, man. It's been since December, and I got a lot to prove. So.
And how's healing gone?
Oh, everything's been great. Yeah, body's feeling good, man.
110%.
Yeah,
brother, I got to tell you, I can't wait to see you back in action. Stick around because I've got a couple other personal shits to talk to you about. But for the motherfuckers watching, it's too bad, so sad because we got the inside scoop and you don't. So until next time, AJ, stay on and go get this motherfucker.
stay out, baby. Let's get it.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, let's jump into these fights from this last Saturday. So I know a little elephant in the room. We haven't had a podcast in 2 weeks. We hadn't, we've been busy with conflict business, okay? We've been trying to wrap up that video we were working on, Road to Conflict 69. We were preparing for the upcoming Conflict 70. We just were, okay? No excuses. We just were. We're just busy. But here we are. We're back. And we did watch the fights.
And if you've got something to say about it, come fucking tell us about it.
Yeah. They don't call us Odd Mob for nothing.
Because we're built like that.
Yeah. And we got Tommy guns. No, I'm just kidding. He's not kidding, though. He's not kidding.
But a true gangster can always go right back to the gentleman. Right back. Got to switch. Click it.
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor, I know we didn't make picks. for UFC, but it would behoove me if we didn't at least speak about the main event.
Oh, I want to go over the main card, baby.
Yeah.
I want to go over the main card. So I had little picks in my...
This was a great card. The main card only had one decision. One decision off the whole thing, man. How exciting is that?
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. So you want to start at the top, go to the bottom? How do you want to do this?
Start at the bottom, go to the top.
Okay. Hey, like Drake did.
That's right. Started from the bottom, now we're here. But we're not yet. We're talking future tense.
Yeah, in future tense.
We will be here. So
I'm in Maui, so I'm pretty much on top.
he is. He's on top of the world right now. I mean, dude, after an event like Conflict 70, you just gotta go. You gotta go.
Gotta drop a little, man. Gotta relax. Gotta reset a little, bub.
Decompress. I mean, that's what Conor McGregor does. When he gets done in 2 weeks fighting for the UFC again after all this time, he's going to have to take a little Hawaii trip.
Yeah, on the Lamborghini yacht.
Yeah. Or, maybe he has Irish Hawaii over there. I don't know. I've never been there. But same concept. You know what the hell I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we was in Baku this last weekend, which means the fight started at 9 a.m.
Yeah, it was great. It was so great, dude.
That's when I watched them. 9 a.m. I woke up and watched them because I was busy as hell. Oh, yeah, because we had the freaking conflict. That's right. So I watched fights all day long that day. I watched all the UFC fights, and then I went straight to Florence and watched conflict. So it was a good day. It was a good day for me. Yeah.
I was at the hotel hanging out with family. For those that don't know, we got a VIP table. That's the way we roll around here. But we got a VIP table, and we had a hotel room for 2 days. So we get there, we pile in, we all hang out. It was a great time, wonderful time, much needed time. We hung out until like 2:30 in the morning. I work construction, and I have like a mental clock. So no matter what, I'm up at minimum 7 o'clock. So I woke up. What time did I tell you? Like 6:30. I was up just staring at the ceiling, Bob. Couldn't go back to sleep. Just waited until UFC came on, turned it on, started watching UFC. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy those morning cards. Like, I don't always watch them that early because it's hard to be hyped that early in the morning. I'm still getting up. I'm still got my blood flowing. Got to get some coffee in me. But this time worked perfectly, bro, because I was worried I wasn't going to get to watch them. Just being so busy this weekend. I'm playing music and not feeling great and having a conflict card and all the podcast and the posts and the, being a husband and, just life. Just life be life. And you know what I did. But, yeah. So back to the sitch. Okay. We were in Baku last week. Baku. Okay. Baku.
Azerbaijan.
Just a little honorable mention. I was watching Kill Tony last night, and this chick was from Azerbaijan. And the way that they say it is Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
It just sounds like great.
Dog? You hear my dog talking?
A little bit. I thought it was someone else. I thought it was a person, but it might be a dog.
That's crazy. Talks. I told you. Yeah.
Okay.
He's saying, "Hey, I've got to take a dump, bud. Hurry up."
Okay, so we're gonna get to these fights then. This is first fight of the main card. It's Abus Magomedov versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. And I gotta be honest, I was going Mikhail Oleksiejczuk here. I'm not a huge fan of Abus Magomedov, but for some reason, when I don't pick him, he wins. And when I do pick him, he loses. So I don't know. But yeah, so Abus Magomedov took that one. A submission by guillotine in the first round, dude.
People have picked it up that Mikhail Oleksiejczuk just doesn't have the best ground game, man.
Yeah,
he just doesn't have the best ground game. It's just a hole in his game, a defect, if you will. And he took advantage of that. Abus took advantage of that and called out Izzy when he got done. I don't know if he wants that smoke.
Well, I don't know, dude. I don't know. And the reason I say that is because, Izzy kind of has a lot to lose right now. I mean, he's been losing, don't get me wrong. And I'm a huge Izzy fan. I'm not saying this in a mean way. I'm saying this in an objective way. He's been losing a lot, but he's still got that name that Abus is trying to get, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Izzy is still in the rankings. So that makes it to where Abus, that's kind of a hot ticket for him, bro. That's a stepping stone. And a big one at that. It's just like when Izzy fought Anderson Silva, it was kind of like Abus is obviously not an Izzy caliber when Izzy was at his prime, but it's a similar type situation. And so that was smart by Abus. He probably put a lot of thought into that decision. But as far as wanting to see that fight, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's not getting it. There's another man on the card. We'll get to it later, but he's not getting it.
Right on. Right on. Jason knows some shit. I mean, it says it, right? Jason All-Knowing Stevens.
Yeah. I already know what's going to happen. And I already know how the fight plays out.
Yeah, he's got Uncle Chael in his ear, so, you can never – sometimes he'll just tell you wrong shit just to throw you off.
Talked to him yesterday morning. Talked to him about the conflict event. He said, "Man, that's great. You guys are out here doing what you're doing for these regional shows, man. These guys need, a lot of energy brought to these things. We need to get back to being a community, a supportive community of these regional events." And he was very, very happy with the both of us. Very happy.
Hell yeah. Did he ask you about Hawaii? He loves Hawaii.
No. We didn't. When you're talking to the bad guy, you don't talk about Hawaii. You just don't. He doesn't. He enjoys Hawaii. He wants to enjoy Hawaii. When he comes to Hawaii, it's when you do this things like this, man, it's like something you just take in and personally just take in. You don't just talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about it. He's in fucking Washington or something. He's in like fucking California. I didn't ask him where he was. But one thing I know for certain, he doesn't want to talk about Hawaii.
I wouldn't be so sure, man.
I know for a fact.
So sure.
You call him.
Okay.
You call him up and talk about Hawaii.
I know his nephew. Jonathan Applecorn. I know his nephew, Jonathan Applecorn. I'll call him right now, dude. I don't talk to Chael all the time, but I know enough about his soft side.
Yeah. Well, I don't get a soft side. The matter of fact, that's like the second compliment I've ever gotten from him. I'm not even so sure that's a compliment.
You'll never get my soft side?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, enough about Chael. He gets all the recognition. Let's move on to this next fight. So we got Ikram Aliskerov versus Bruno Ferreira. I gotta say,
decision on the main card.
What?
Only decision on the whole main card, right there.
Yeah, it was pretty definitive. But one thing I noticed, man, is, I've always thought Bruno Ferreira was pretty big for his weight class. And Ikram towered over that, man.
Yeah, he's short.
Towered. He was way bigger than Bruno Ferreira. And every time I see Bruno Ferreira fight, it seems like he's like a monster compared to the other guy. But maybe it's just because he's so fucking built. And he's probably the same height as the other guy usually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Looks like a mini Hulk.
Yeah, but Ikram, dude, Ikram looked good in there. He looked way bigger than Bruno Ferreira, and it was a clinic, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Ikram Aliskerov got a bad rap after that Robert Whittaker bout, but he took it on short notice. We must remember Robert Whittaker is a former world champion. Nothing to be taken lightly. I mean, an absolute world beater of an athlete, an elite level champion, and you take that fight on short notice, you're asking for broken teeth, which Robert Whittaker got later on in his next bout.
Yes, he did, against another man from over there in the Caucasus region.
Yeah, from over there.
Yeah, from over there. We don't talk too much about the Caucasus region, but it's over there.
I've never been.
Me neither. Me neither.
Hey, guess what?
What'd you say?
In the next bout, an absolute underdog took the stage. He took the stage, and not only to take the stage, he silenced that entire arena when he laid knuckles on another man's chin and separated him from conscious. Taylor, why don't you walk us through it?
Who the hell are you talking about, my man? That's not the next fight on the card.
No, is it not? I don't have my typical 65-inch screen right here. Look, I'm on vacation. I'm just on my phone. I apologize if I made it. It almost never happens. I apologize.
It's all good. It's all good. Things happen. Things happen, man. But yeah, this next fight is Asu Almabaya versus Charles Johnson.
The old WWE move.
Yes.
Yeah, my bad. I did make a mistake.
It's all good. It's all good. But dude, I was really
that submission?
What?
How crazy was that submission?
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was like a Peruvian
necktie. It looked like a WWE.
Yeah, one you never see out there. It was like he put him in the walls of Jericho.
Crazy.
The crab. But yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Listen, all I got to say is if I'm Charles Johnson and that happens to me, I'm exiting the cage. Right? I'll be a man enough to stay in the cage while the ref does his thing. The second I exit the stage, I get back in the tunnel. I'm finding a heavy, more than likely metal, blunt object that I can swing over my head. And when Almabayev comes backstage, I'm cracking his skull with it for embarrassing me on such a world stage such as this.
Big words.
That's all I've got to say about that.
That's big
Hey,
word.
not me. I'm being objective here. I think that's the terminology I'm looking for. Not me personally, Jason. If I'm Charles Johnson, and that happens to me, backstage, hard, probably metal, very blunt object, worthy of cracking skulls. Walks through the tunnel, crack skull. Immediately. No hold back, crack skull.
Mm.
Don't embarrass me.
Are you gonna say it when you do it like that?
Yeah, crack skull.
You almost have to, you know.
Crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, that was a crazy ass submission. I mean, he had his foot stretched over like this, touching his face like this. And yeah, he had to tap, man. Nobody with balls is gonna keep that going for very long.
I'd be furious, absolutely intoxicated with anger.
Yeah. We kind of saw it going that way. I mean, not with such a crazy submission, but with, Asu doing that to Charles. But man, I was really hoping Charles could just get that one shot like he's done so many times to so many world beaters before. I mean, I believe he's knocked out Kavanaugh. I believe he's knocked out Joshua Van, which is fucking crazy. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Like, he's beat these dudes who no one else has beaten, and it's always just been from a very quick, very accurate, very hard shot. And it just didn't happen this time, man. He got tied up. But this next
I hate
one,
to see it.
yeah, it was rough. This next fight, I really don't know too much about either one of these dudes, but I know one of them is he's a badass, and that's Nazim Sadikov. And he fought Mateus Camillo, which not
This is the underdog I was talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
The underdog.
Nobody
Nobody saw this guy going to Azerbaijan and doing this to this opponent. Nobody. You read it, you don't even have to. All you've got to know are a few minor key details. They're in Baku, which you couldn't, and that's no foul to you because nobody else in America could point to me on a map where Baku, Azerbaijan is. Nobody. There's not one person. Very rich country. Very prominent country. Very beautiful, if I must say, country. You can't show me it on a map. I can't show it to you on a map. But if I were to say they're in Baku, Azerbaijan, there's this guy and this guy, who's winning? It wouldn't be the guy on the right.
No.
You wouldn't pick the guy on the right, neither would anybody else with half a brain. But he did it. He did it in emphatic fashion.
Dude, I must have been taking a dump during that fight because I don't remember how awesome that is. That
Yeah,
dude
it was great.
flew from Brazil to this crazy place near Turkey and knocks the dude out in a minute who was supposed to eat him for lunch.
Yeah, he was supposed to, bro.
That's brutal.
It was very brutal. It was a very devastating knockout as well. It's a very devastating finish.
I always love when it says victory by punch.
My camera's over here. Might I add? My camera's over here. You're over here. I'm not my usual setup. I'm out of my zone. I keep looking over here. The camera's over here. I'm torn. I'm conflicted. I am conflicted, like conflict right now. I'm having a conflict right as we speak. Let me just move that bad boy over there. Does that look better when I'm speaking? Yeah. Yeah, I'm conflicted. I think this is going to look better me looking like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should use one of those AI things and like use a costume, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, next fight, Shara Magomedov versus Michel Pereira. Now, dude, on paper, this fight sounds like someone's going to sleep. That's what it sounds like. That's not what happened. That's not what happened in this fight. And I'll be honest, dude. Michel Pereira used to be my favorite fighter in the UFC.
Yeah.
When he was flipping around, when he was doing dances to the cage, when he was having a good time in the UFC. He was one of my top favorites. I mean, probably only my top favorite. I don't know anyone else who's ever thought that, but he's kind of fallen out of my favor recently, dude. He doesn't seem to be having fun anymore. He just seems to be grinding. It's kind of like watching Andrei Arlovsky towards the end of his career, how he's just kind of like it's just a job at this point. You know, before, dude, he would have an elaborate dance all the way coming out, dude, and he would do flips in the cage, and he was having a good time. I mean, I understand when you get at the top of this level, you can't be pulling shit like that, but you know, it just kind of took the flair out of it for me, and you know, that was my favorite part. But you know, anyway, in the actual fight, Shara Magomedov pulled off the decision. It was a close decision. It was a close decision, and I gotta say, I didn't like Shara Magomedov grabbing Michel Pereira's hair 3 times and not getting a point taken.
He had 3 different fouls, 3 different types of fouls.
Yeah, that too.
He kicked him in the eye, he kicked him in the bag, and he grabbed his hair. Where is the point deduction? Who was the ref, Taylor? Can I ask you that? Who do you think that ref was?
Herb Dean. You know what's interesting too that I saw that I thought was kind of, you know, just interesting.
Lay it on me.
Herb Dean has, I believe, 3 professional fights. And his last one ended in a loss due to an eye poke injury.
How convenient.
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect the man. He used to be one of the greats. He used to be the golden standard. But everyone has an expiration date, brother. You know? I don't want to tell the man what to do. He's a grown man. You know, everyone's got an opinion nowadays, and they're like assholes. They all stink. You know? You hate to hear such disrespect and vile garbage coming out of people's mouths about a legendary referee such as Herb Dean. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. But, you know, I hate to say it. I kind of just maybe want to see him assigned somewhere else by this point. How about that? I'll say it like that. I can't get behind someone allowing such bullshittery to happen. You know, they came out with the whole there's an inch margin right there. I went back and watched every Cyril Gahn fight leading up to the White House event. Every single one of them shots to the back of the head. Sometimes hammer fists to the back of the head. In this fight, the same thing. And now here we are, 2 weeks later? Shara Magomedov is fouling the fuck out of Michel Pereira. And there's nothing. At one point in time, he tells him there's going to be a foul taken or a point taken. If you foul this man again, a point will be taken. Never does it. It never happens. Do you think Michel Pereira ended up? I mean, I thought he won the first round 10-8. I thought he did. Maybe a lot of people won't agree with that. I felt like he pretty much dominated the round. I mean, points wise and damage wise, he led the action to begin with. It was a slow start, admittedly, but you've got to score what you see. It's not. You've got to score what you see. right? And what I saw was Michelle Pereira taking the lead on the strike, and not only that, but knocking the man down and then keeping him there for the majority of the round, where he also beat him up there. Char threw some cool up kicks. That's cool and all, but up kicks doesn't win you that position or battle, bud. I thought it was a draw. I can't be mad that Char won. I couldn't be happy if Michelle won. But I thought the fight was a draw. Do you think Michelle started fighting the way he did in the second and the third because maybe he felt bad? Because
maybe I could see that. I mean, he's a little bit of an older guy now, and I feel like that comes with age.
I'd have a little compassion for Char, even if he didn't for me.
I would not have compassion for a man who wants to try to kill me.
I don't know if he wanted to kill Michelle Pereira. He didn't act like it.
Well, that's what a fight is. That's what a UFC fight is. It's a simulated fight to the death. That's literally what it is. If you get in there with another man, you're prepared to kill him or die.
But he didn't fight like that.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe Michelle picked up on that and was like, man.
Maybe this guy's hurt. I don't know, man. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, really, who knows what goes on in these fighters' minds, except for the fighters, And it also changes from situation to situation. Like, there's no black or white to this. Everybody's totally different. Everybody's in a different state. Everybody's got, different weights on their shoulders at different times, different pressures. Some fights are more important to your whole career. Some are a little insignificant. It's just, it's all by basis, man. You just got to give these guys grace.
With that being said, I want to see Shara, the Pirate, Magomedov, fight Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
Dude, that's a sick fight.
He's called for it. Shara has called for it and called for it. Israel is no longer in the top 5, I don't believe. I want to see that fight. Not that fight will bring to fans what Michelle Pereira versus Shara Magomedov was supposed to bring out. It'll be a striker's delight. It'll be, good night, dude. You think about that fight. That's a man. Israel knocks him out. He cleans him up. It gets Israel back in the winning column. It gives him a little confidence. Gives him a good paycheck on his, short ride out, long ride out, whatever he's planning or not planning. He might not be planning anything at all. But in my opinion, that's what I want to see. I want to see Shara versus Israel somewhere in the Middle East, more than likely.
Oh, yeah. That would be sick, dude. I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I honestly would see that going to a decision. I just think they're supposed to.
Israel knocking him out.
I could see that. It's just dependent on if Izzy still has that in him, man. I mean, he's getting up there. He's not really performing like that anymore. But, and Shara's very quick and athletic, and with age, you lose that. And that's what Izzy has is age. I mean, he's not an old man yet.
I don't think he's lost it. I think that with the times moving, because you're not wrong. Time is definitely a variable in this equation. I think the sport is moving on. I don't think Izzy's time is up as an athlete. I don't think last 2 he was winning both fights until he wasn't, and that's just the way it is, and that's the way it happens. These athletes coming up are progressing so fast and are evolving so much quicker and it's going to be a continuum. It's going to be a continuing cycle that goes on until the end of time, until the gods separate the heavens from the earth. That will happen. And it will continue to happen. I just feel like, if Shara really wants that smoke, give it to him. He's earned it with a win over a more than capable opponent such as Michelle Pereira. I don't think he's in the rankings. He was briefly. I don't think he is anymore. I think you give him a top 15 guy like Israel, and let's just see. Let's just see what happens, Bob. You know, if we can give Sean O'Malley Piotr Jan from 15-1, we can give Shar Magomedov Israel Adesanya. Not that he's earned it per se, but not that he hasn't. The man's fighting and winning with the one eyeball. Fouls, no fouls. He hasn't always fouled people. He hasn't always fouled people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And like you say, like you just say, if we're in a fight to the death, I'm going to do anything to win. And sometimes you kick a man in the nuts. Sometimes you grab a man by his hair, poke him in the eye a couple times.
Yeah. Yep. That's what the ref's for. I mean, and, you know, he wasn't there for that.
Yeah. Hang him up.
He's there to stop someone from
All right,
dying.
I say that out loud. It's time to hang up the gloves, Bob. Hang them up.
He's there to stop him from dying and to keep the fight clean, man. You know, everything else is up to everyone else. So if you're not doing that, you're not doing your job. And you know, it's not a matter of I know better than you. It's just a matter of I can see clearly what you cannot see because you are not on the outside.
Did you see that Hawaiian Nat?
I did.
Yeah, they're huge.
That was a big old Hawaiian Nat, dude. It was. Okay, so next, the main event. We have Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres. And I was very happy to see Rafael Fiziev win this one by KO. I didn't know if he was gonna, because like I said, I used to always pick Rafael Fiziev. It used to be one of my favorite fighters. You know, he's still up there, but he's not. There's just so many awesome fighters now that it's hard to keep him in that ranking for me. But, you know, I like watching Rafael Fiziev fight. I love his Muay Thai style. He's very quick. He's very smart in there. And he just sticks to the basics, the fundamentals. Manuel Torres has just been on a tear lately. And he couldn't do it, man. He couldn't do it against Mr. Rafael. Rafael, cold clocked him, knocked him out, brother.
He didn't look like himself, did he?
Didn't.
Mr. Torres.
He didn't. And neither did Rafael, dude. Rafael looked like a new version of himself.
Yeah. I think he is. I think he is a new version of himself. I think that I heard him speaking about Gagey winning the belt and how much that motivated him and built some confidence in him. Confidence can take you a long way, brother. A long way. I think you know, we've got Rafael 2.8.
For sure. I like to hear about his story too, how he told his family he was going for a job to Thailand. Like he told his wife and kids, he's like, I have a job in Thailand. I'm going to go do it. He left to Thailand with $0 and zero job in Thailand just because Tiger Muay Thai would train him for free if he came there. And so he just kind of did odds and ends jobs to try to eat and stuff. And that's gangster, bro. That's a cool ass story.
He did some odd ass jobs.
He did.
Yeah.
Ding. Wish we had a little.
I'm happy for him. I'm glad to see him back. Who would you have him face next?
Fiziev?
Yeah, I've got a great one. Dan Hooker.
Ooh, I think Dan takes that. I know you think that, but yeah, I think Dan takes that, man. I think Dan's about to have his time, bro. He's been having a rough time. I just think he's trying to find where he fits here in this UFC right now because he's got a lot of other shit going on too, man. And he's been here a while.
About Dan Hooker?
What?
You know what's crazy about Dan Hooker? His trajectory doesn't go like anybody else's. It's like this. All right, let me start at the screen. Let me. It goes like this. And it goes like this. And it goes like this. And then it goes. Hopefully, we're about to do this. Because if you're like me and you're in the Dan Hooker gang, brother, business should be about to get good. You know? I want to see Dan Hooker versus Fiziev. I think it wins fight of the year easily. I think both guys are brutal. Both guys are supremely fun to watch. And yeah, I want to see it, man. I want to see it. Put it on a main card somewhere, maybe an opener to a main card. You know, that's a fight I really would enjoy watching. Let's see. Dan Hooker lost to BSD last, who's fighting Paddy Pimblett for a number one contender, arguably. You got Charles Oliveira in the mix, right? Arman Sarukian should be in title contention. He should be up next.
I'm not convinced he's still in the UFC, bro.
You know, actually, I've heard the opposite. I've heard that the brass are extremely happy with Arman Sarukian. Now he is next. I've heard for some very reputable sources, Arman is undoubtedly next, and that they're very happy with what he's been doing outside the cage. That RAF, with the streaming, with everything, they're very happy.
Mm-hmm. He's been staying busy, bro, whether they're going to keep him busy or not. He's like, I'm going to stay busy. And yeah, you're right. I can see why they would like that, because a lot of other fighters don't take that initiative, to grow their brand outside of the UFC. They just want the UFC to grow their brand for them. And yeah.
Dude, and Arman doesn't have to do this. Arman is filthy fucking rich. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Filthy rich. Good God almighty. Money flowing over the cliff like a fucking waterfall, but a cash fall, if you would.
Mm-hmm. Well, his dad's always been rich. I saw him talk about that, and I've also seen other fighters talk crap about him about that. But you can't help on any of that stuff. But yeah, but he's definitely got money now, bro. He's been working.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I want to see Arman get it. I've said it for a while, dude. I don't know why they did Patty versus BSD. I guess Charles having the BMF belt, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't know. I've got an idea if you care to hear it, but I always wanted to see Patty versus Charles. And you know that. We've talked about that personally. I don't know if I've said that on the podcast, but, I've talked to you about that personally. I've wanted to see that fight for 3 fights now for Patty.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with Charles Oliveira and the BMF belt? How do you justify this?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been seeing rumors that the BMF belt's over with. But maybe that's just a shot at Charles Oliveira. Like, you didn't really get that, I don't know. But, man, I don't know, because, at this point, I feel like the only way to match up for the BMF belt is to match someone up against the BMF who is a BMF in the same way that he is.
Yeah.
So,
Arman.
Yeah, a high-level jiu-jitsu grappling match. They can also strike.
Arman's not necessarily BMF material, although he is a BMF. He's just not the BMF, Yeah. Your Dan Hookers, your Fizievs, your Justin Gaethjes, your Conor McGregors, who would make for a good BMF? Carlos Praches.
Yes.
He would make for a great BMF.
I can see that.
At one point in time, the inaugural BMF was a Nathan Diaz and a George Masvidal. And then for one reason or another, they moved it to lightweight. And it was Charles Oliveira. And it was Justin Gaethje. And it was Dustin Poirier. It was these guys. I don't know about you, man. But I think it's maybe time we move that thing around again, Bob. I think it's about time we move that thing around again, Bob. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, where, I don't know. I don't know where, right? I'm just saying I think that's what clears us up with this Charles Oliveira mess. Maybe do Michael Morales versus Carlos Praches for the BMF.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to one day see a heavyweight BMF, but the heavyweight division's got some work to do before that can happen, man.
Hey, listen, we are halfway there, though.
Yeah.
We are halfway there. You know why? Josh Hogan.
That's so true, dude. That's so true.
Yeah. And maybe Josh Hogan and Waldo Cortez Acosta. BMF. Heavyweight BMF.
That is a BMF fight, dude. Two athletes, like two outside of fighting athletes who brought their athleticism to fighting. You got You got Costa was a baseball player in Dominican Republic, I believe, and Hokit played football, like professionally.
Yep.
And man, that would be fireworks, my man.
I agree. I totally agree, man. I think that's how you solve this BMF debacle. Michael Morales, Carlos Praches, Josh Hokit, Waldo Cortez Acosta. You know what? One of these coming up, we should do a segment, a BMF segment where we go through every division and do a BMF.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Who would you have as a BMF in heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, lightweight, featherweight, bantamweight, flyweight?
Oh, that's a great idea. Well, hey, since there's no fights this Saturday, maybe we can do that next week in place of the fights that were supposed to be this Saturday.
That'd be fun. I'd look forward to it.
Let's do it, man. Well, we got a minute left. It has been an absolute honor to be with the all-knowing Jason Stevens live from Hawaii, fresh off the phone with Uncle Chael.
Yeah. Well, the honor is all yours.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, fuck you too. Eat me some Spam and eggs. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
I like that. Hey, it's been real. It's been fun. I've got a beach to get to. I will see you next time, my friend.